Hey everybody, long time no see. Holy Toledo. It has been, I probably did it a year ago. I think I probably posted my last video a year ago, no joke. But anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dory. I am 5'4" tall. I am now 53 years old. And on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest weight was 350 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 300.5. I am now coming at you at 132. For years and years and years, always dreamed of being 150. When I got down to 160, I was so excited. Then I had a little bit of regain. I think it was October of 2022. I want to say October 2022. Let's see. Or 2023. I forgot. It's on one of my videos. But basically, I went up to 182, which wasn't bad. But I did not want to be one of those statistics of gaining weight back. So I went and saw my doctor, who prescribed me Saxenda. It's a daily injection, just like WEGOVY, but it was daily until they were able to fill the need for WEGOVY. I was on Saxenda. So flashback from October to January of 2023. No, has to be 2022. 2023. Yeah, so 2023, January 2023. I got prescribed Wegovy. Yep, because I have been on it for almost 3 years. Yes. So that's it. October 2022, January 2023 started Wegovy. I have been on Wegovy 2.5 for almost 3 years, as I said. Next month will be 3 years. I think was January, I want to say 12th. But in any event, I've been on it almost 3 years. So that is how I got that regain and then went down. And I have been maintaining in the 130s. I think sometimes I see 134, 135-ish. And I only, I've never been past that for I'd say a good 2 years. 2 years just maintaining. Basically, the Wegovy works perfect. It is supposed to be maintenance. We're supposed to be on it for the rest of our lives, supposedly. I was paying for 2 months supply, so 8 needles. I was paying $38. Now I pay, now I don't pay anything. So every month I get 4 needles. They don't let you get, before I could get 2 months at a time. Now it's just 1 month at a time, and it's free. So, so I'm super excited. Nothing has really changed, as far as being on Wegovy. I don't feel the side effects anymore. I do feel that I'm full. I do have a stopping point. I do have a, you can't eat anymore. Once you've had a few bites, you just cannot eat anymore. And that's fine with me because that's exactly what we are on it for. So I'm super excited. I eat basically whatever I want. I am trying to be more, more aware of what I'm eating to feed my body. No more about low calorie or anything like that. It's just being able to eat things that are very good for me. Since you really, I'm 53 years old, and you really need to feed your body from the inside out at this point, just to kind of help with the any kind of what's it called? You want your body to function better, and we're not going to function well if all we're eating are snack foods and sugar and everything. So I'm doing great. I have not been to a support group meeting for a long time with my surgical department, not because I don't want to, but because since COVID, they haven't really ever started them back up. I would love to see them. I would love to go back there, see my doctor, and at any point I can actually make appointments, but because I've been on Wegovy, I actually see my PCP locally, because I'm in Massachusetts, every 6 months. So every 6 months, I go in there. She makes sure everything's okay, checks my heart rate, my vitals, all of that. My blood pressure is usually like 110/68 or something like that. So that's been very good. I have had no issues with that. I haven't had any issues with sleeping or heartburn or nausea or vomiting or anything like that at all. I'm one of those, I guess, best case scenarios for the surgery. I feel, great. I feel like everything's, fine. I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. Yeah, I was thinking I'm over on TikTok. So I do post there more often. We have chickens now, so I've been doing the whole chicken thing. I laugh and say I'm not in menopause, I'm in henopause. But I love it. I love my chickens. I got them like in April and May, and I raised them since they were a day old. I have 14 hens, no roosters. I had roosters, but I got rid of 4 of them because I thought they were hens, and then they ended up being roosters. So the place I got them from took them back. And they're living their great life over on their farm. But yeah, so I have 14 of them. And even though it's dead winter here, we had like 6-7 inches of snow overnight. My husband built this amazing, huge barn type thing to put their run and their coop inside. And so I have 2 of them. So I have 9 birds that go in one, and I got 5 birds in the other. And yeah, everybody gets along great. I love it. It's like what I do on my hobby. Unfortunately, on September 10th, probably why I didn't think about my surgiversary on the 12th, but my mom passed away after a very short amount of time in hospice. She started getting sick in probably July. August, she was in and out of the hospital a lot. She just could not get strong. She had COPD and congestive heart failure most of her life. She was a smoker many years ago. She quit a long time ago. But she just never overcame that. So she was 77 years old, and unfortunately, on September 10th, she passed away. We were by her bedside the whole time. I took extremely good care of my mom. I'm very proud of that for probably a good couple years. I mean, I used to make her meal prep for the week. I brought her favorite things. She did a good job of covering for my brother's addiction and his alcoholism, which thankfully my previous videos I had gone over a lot of this. He is now 2 years sober. He had a little hiccup a year ago on Thanksgiving. He was probably off the wagon for a couple of weeks, but since then he's been right back on. So he's been almost 2 years sober. And yeah, almost 2.5 years. And he's doing great. But during the time that he was drinking his whole life for a long time, my mom paid all of his bills, and she did not leave enough for herself. And so she would kind of hide a lot of it from me. But of course, you find out as she's in hospital and in rehab, since I was her proxy, medical proxy, and I'm also her executor of her will. She didn't have anything when she died, so there's not really any need for me to go to probate or anything. She had a car that she willed to my brother that he had been using. Unfortunately, she did not have the loan paid off at her time of death, and there was no insurance to pay it off. She did not have any life insurance. And so they repossessed the vehicle not too long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And, it was like $9,200 that she still owed on it. And it's a 2017 Hyundai Accent. So that was really sad. Super sad just going through that with my mom. Miss her terribly. Very crazy that my brother, he's had to kind of learn how to be an adult at 51 years old, how to pay bills and what that all means. My mom definitely paid everything for him, and he had a little bit of sticker shock. when she first died, of how much everything is, the car payment, the insurance, his own life insurance, his cell phone payment, and all of that. So it's definitely been a lot going on, as far as just kind of settling down. When we found out we had gotten life insurance for her in July, and I was so excited. It was through AAA until she was in the hospital, and I got the policy in its entirety. And I noticed that the policy was actually did not go into effect, except for accidental death, for 2 years, which was so sad. So I hurried up and had to cancel it. During that time, my mom used to rent from my cousin. She lived with her aunt. My dad died 35 years ago. No, 31 years ago. And she was a widow very young. She was only 45 years old. She moved in with my aunt and her husband, so her sister and brother-in-law. And she lived there for 20 years. And my aunt died September 3rd, 2 years ago of 2023. And my mom continued renting from my cousin. When my aunt was alive, my mom didn't have a rent payment because she took care of my aunt until she passed. And so my mom was renting from my cousin. And my cousin and his girlfriend, now wife, were very, very, very mean to my brother and my mom. The wife, her name's Stacy, she was extremely terrible. She used to call my mother every name in the book. It was just not a great situation. And so toward the end, as my mother is on her deathbed, you would think that my cousin would have some sympathy, considering his mother died exactly 2 years prior. And I was at his mother's bedside the whole entire time. And you would think that he would have some sympathy, but he did not. He made our lives living hell. He changed the locks on the door. And the day my mother died, I was at the court, the housing court, in the morning. And I got out there at 1:45 in the, no, it was quarter 4 in the afternoon, 3:45 in the afternoon. I got out of there. And they, of course, ordered my cousin to put the locks back to the locks that we had keys for. I mean, they threw her cat outside. They did a whole bunch of other things that was just really not a great thing. So, yeah, so basically, that's what we went through with my mom. And so that's been a learning experience, a learning curve. We now have my mom's cat. But as far as my weight loss journey, I just wanted to come back and kind of tell you guys I'm alive, I'm well, I'm doing great. And that's really it for now. I will update you guys as things progress. If you want to know different things I ate or different things that I did, just ask and I would be happy to make a video. All right, talk to you guys soon.